Hey,
That's how you start. I forgot. You want me to do another count in?
No, we're just good. We just have that stays in the video. That's classic.
That was calamity.
No, it wasn't calamity. Welcome.
No, it wasn't. Okay, that was good. That was a good show.
That was really good, yeah. Welcome to Trans Tuesday. I'm Lilith and Elektra. That's Amanda Bonanza. We got questions. We're going to answer questions. We're going to talk about stuff. We're going to talk about being trans. And, I think that summed it all up. Is that everything? We're going to answer a question. We're going to talk about being trans. Yeah, that's it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah,
that's
we're going to answer a question.
It's a simple concept. So, yeah, I say let's just hop right in.
Let's do it. Let's do a show. Let's do a question.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is the thing that keeps coming back. And I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it after I read the question. And
okay.
I'm going to talk about this thing that keeps coming back, and I'm going to let you answer. Okay. Been made wildly insecure about my name after being repeatedly told and reinforced that it is a very basic and stereotypical name for trans women to choose. Frowny face. I don't even know.
Wait. I'm sorry, Pops. I didn't even understand anything that you said. Like, it didn't make sense to me.
It was all English.
But it didn't make, like, the first word was confusing. It was like, it started with Ben. Like I have been.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been doing something.
Yeah.
Got it.
This person is being made to feel insecure about their name, like their name is basic bitch shit.
Someone's teasing them about, okay, got it.
I didn't even know it was the case when I chose it. I wasn't in any online trans spaces, and I like my name besides these insecurities. I think of that name and think of myself now more than I ever did with my dead name. I've legally changed my name to it now. It's just a bummer I've been made so insecure of this fact. The name is Lilith, by the way, and then another frowny face. But you don't, first of all, here's the thing. The thing I don't get, because I go through questions every week, and so many of them are like, trans people in my community are doing this to me. Trans people in my community are doing this, are acting this way. It's just like, you know what? Lilith is a popular name among trans women. I'm still the only Lilith trans person.
You're the only Lilith I've ever met.
Like, whatever.
I've never met another Lilith ever in my life, never once.
My first answer is this: for the spirit of Lilith, just tell those people to fuck right off.
I'm going to extend that to everyone.
Tell everyone to fuck off.
If you name Jane or Sarah, that's fine. Who goes around doing that? Like, your name sucks. Like, who says that? That's not in 7th grade. What is this nonsense? Ignore those people. Block them on the chat. Don't spend time with them. Those people can fuck off. And the broader sense, like, community, transgender people, quit nitpicking every little aspect. Let people be. You, of all people, know how hard this shit is. Be nice. Good Lord, be
That's
nice.
Where it all starts is just be nice to people. But
just be nice.
For like every other thing, like how to pick a name, go through 8 names if you want. And I worked like with a support group for trans kids, and they'd come in every 3 weeks. They'd try a new name. All of that is acceptable. You're not a flake. You're on a journey to find yourself. And part of that is what you want to be called.
Trying names on is part of it. And especially this question asker, if she got to the point where she likes it and it feels right, that's it then. Work is done. There is so much else to do. There are so many other things that you have to work on in perpetuity, being trans and just being a human being, that you can't be worried about what some online troll thinks about your name. Like,
that is the other thing. So if this is just an online thing, there's a good chance that the person hassling you isn't even trans.
Yep.
It's just some dipshit,
some voyeur, some
who's just like, I'm gonna go to the trans page and try to make people feel bad, and who cares? Like, Lilith is a great name. It's a boss name.
Lilith is an incredible name. Tell everyone where it comes from, Lilith.
I worked a booth at Pride, and there was a rabbi there who does like an inclusive synagogue, I guess, a congregation of Jewish people. He had tattoos, which I thought was like, you're not supposed to do that if you're a rabbi, but whatever. And then he's like, oh, do you know Lilith? I'm like, you don't have to tell a trans girl who has picked the name Lilith who the fuck Lilith is. Lilith was in like the Jewish tradition, in the Jewish
Old Testament, if you will.
And it's not really in the Old Testament. Lilith's not in the Old Testament.
I thought she was.
Now they kept that book out of the Bible because the Bible is just all the books that are like, this one we like.
That's what Rome likes.
This one says slaves are good. This one's coming in. Yeah.
This will help Emperor
Constantine. Oh, this is great. Yeah. Obey your Romans. I was like, yeah, that's great. The God said it. Lilith was like the first woman. I assume just made like Adam, just like formed out of mud, I guess. If
dust,
for those
I guess. Like,
and then found out what the deal was just like, fuck this shit. Like, I'm not gonna let him put that in me. And went off and just like did her own thing and became a demon and like is the mother of demons, which I was like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's great.
I like that.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's great. That's like a great backstory. But yeah, like we see all the time. It's just like, oh, so-and-so said I'm not trans unless I've started medication. And I'm not trans unless
the trans medicalist stuff is the worst.
I'm not trans unless I'm on this specific medication. And you're not trans unless you've had surgery. And
you're not trans unless you feel dysphoria 24 hours a day. It's like yeah, shut up.
Yeah, shut up. I don't care. I was too busy doing the things I want to do to like concern myself with.
Well, and these people that come up with these things where they just all of a sudden decide they're the arbiter of what being trans is like, how dare you?
I had a dream last night, and in this dream, a spirit told me that unless you drink your lemonade out of a mason jar, you're not trans.
I hate all that stuff. The only qualification, I think, this is opinion even, this isn't even it, this is just my personal opinion, the only qualification you need to consider yourself transgender and to be acknowledged as transgender by anyone is that you are not comfortable in the gender you were assigned at birth. That's it. If you're not 100% comfortable in that, you qualify as trans should you choose to identify that way. And that's it. That's the only qualification. Because that's all it is. It's just, I didn't like that. What it says on my birth certificate don't feel right. It doesn't feel good. I wish it was something else. That's trans. That's what being trans is.
I have even less qualifications.
There you go. Less qualifications.
If you tell me you're trans, it's not my place to tell you what you are. Part of the reason I like to do this is I like to be visible and real, and I'd like to meet people and have those connections. And it's not as easy on YouTube, but as I go out into the world and I go and do shows and I meet people, and I've had people that at a theater I used to work at, I used to be a part of, like 2 or 3 people have already come up to me and like have started transitioning because I started, and they kind of saw that like, whatever, I don't, I'm not gonna tell their stories, but like you think you're trans, you don't think it's possible, and then someone that you look up to, or
you see someone that did it, and that was the thing, that was the catalyst. I mean, that's the wild thing about it too, is like coming out is so hard, and then making the decision to start is so hard, and it's so scary, and then you do it and you power through it, and you get a couple years in and you start settling in and getting comfortable, and all of a sudden you are the person that's the inspiration to other people, and you're the one, because we can all remember the person that we saw, or maybe even not the specific person, but there was something that was like, okay, if they can do it, then I can do it. You're gonna be that person.
They were looking at me and they're like,
yeah, exactly.
If that chuckle fucking do this.
And I've had that too, where people have told me I'm the inspiration for them coming out, and you'll be that too. You will be that for somebody. It's inevitable. It happens. And it's one of the beautiful things about it. There's so many good things. All that stuff, all that like transmedicalists, the true scum, whatever, like all that stuff of like, you're not trans if this and that, and blah, 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 blah. It's all nonsense. There's so many external forces trying to harm us, trying to keep us down, trying to keep us from being happy. And we don't need that internally, like at all. It just doesn't make any sense. I can't think of anything that could be less productive or less helpful than that. It's just such a bad look. And I look down on it. I'm disappointed in anyone that does it. I'm disappointed in those that do.
You can't recover from that.
No.
I've never heard you say that.
That's as harsh as it needs to be.
That's very harsh and very appropriate.
Take that. Get your shit together, hippies.
Take that, internet person who told this person named Lilith that.
Yeah, you're not very nice. That's what I think of you. That's I think if you're not very nice at all.
Yeah, and if you're in Detroit, I rescind my invitation to get sub sandwiches at Bubblini from you.
If you're in Ventura, well, maybe maybe we can talk and you can apologize.
Maybe, yes, maybe.
You apologize. You apologize.
Yeah.
But if you are doing that stuff, just knock it off. Just quit being a jerk.
Just try to be positive. Just
help people.
We're on our journey to
you remember how hard it was for you.
Let me talk now.
I could.
We've all been through it. Everyone knows it's tough. Like, why go out of your way to make it tougher? And I know it's just like, we're all taking hormones. We're all going through puberty again. It's just high school all over.
Alarmingly so.
Alarmingly like high school. Failing math again. Didn't even realize I was in a math class. But that's the thing. It's just like, if you're out there, if you're in a community, just support your community. Just support people. Especially over stupid shit like this. Lilith's a great name too.
Lilith is a great name. And even, like I said, like whatever name you choose and however you choose it too. It's like there's no right or wrong way to do that. I tried like 4 or 5 things on and I didn't like them. It was just like, this doesn't feel right. And then after a while, like I just got sick of even thinking about it. I was like, why am I bothering with this? And fortunate enough for me, I happen to have supportive parents. But they were struggling with like pronouns and stuff like that, especially like in the early stages. And I thought about it and I was like, well, I don't really want to pick my name. And isn't that something parents are supposed to do anyway? So I had my parents do it. I asked them if they wanted to do it, if they wanted to choose it. And they were elated by that. And so what that did for me in a number of ways is, it made them more invested in the transition itself, as in they felt like they were a part of it, and it really solved the pronoun thing almost immediately. And then on top of that, I didn't have to pick one. I just like got it.
You're so lazy. You're so lazy.
Anyone can choose their own name. You don't have to be trans to pick a new name.
I want that to become a thing. I want people to their names. It's a great way to raise money because the city's charged to do that. It's like a great way instead of taxing. It's just like
just boost the local government's economy. Just like it's like we're civic heroes. What do you think about it, you and me?
Follow your own journey. Don't let people, bring you down with their stupid opinions. Opinions are like assholes.
They remind me of my hemorrhoids. But then again, everything reminds me of my hemorrhoids.
Like repeatedly told by one person, or have like 20 people been coming after you about your name. It was just one asshole. Just who cares? It's
probably in a group, and it's probably like 3 people on their Discord server. I mean, but that's assumptive. I don't know. Maybe it has been 20 people. And that sucks, but like those are 20 people that you can easily just check off your opinion no longer matters to me, and just like you can sweep them right off
take them off your Christmas card list.
You don't have to interact with anybody you don't want to, and you shouldn't interact with anybody that puts you down for nonsense. Like you just shouldn't do that. Like there's no percentage in it. Like you're better than that. You're a better person. Be your own person, and you should surround yourself.
You're just saying
well, that's we always end up getting to the same place most of the time.
I'm very persuasive.
You are. You've convinced me that like this is the best course of action is to be nice to each other. That's all you.
Crazy that I said that.
I know, it's wild. It's buck wild.
It was crazy. Just be nice. Who cares?
Be nice.
Man, wouldn't it be great if you made your life such a thing that you didn't care what my name was? That'd be amazing for you. I hope that happens to you.
Well, and like the idea that you would just go around and make fun of people's names. Like, is that like, do you do that everywhere you go?
You just line them all up and you like ask everyone their name. Basic, stupid, dumb.
You're at a bar and you meet someone. I'm like, hey, I'm Sherry. Hi, who are you? Hi, what's your name? My name's Alice. It's like, Alice, that's a pretty stupid name. Why did you get that name? It's like, why would you do that to anyone ever? Specifically to trans people who already are having a hard time that you are fully aware of since you've been through it yourself. It's like, give me a break.
But it's also like, you chose that name, like you put thought into it. You chose one that fit you. If a trans dude out there wanted to pick Travis, good on you.
It's fine.
That's fine. It's when Travis is assigned to you by your parents, that's when it becomes a problem. But if you feel like, hey, I'm the essence of Travis, that was a little joke there. Like, hey, I was just making, if you feel like a Travis, then embrace Travis. But, don't name your kid Travis.
Well, you can name your kid Travis. What's wrong with Travis?
I knew a guy named Travis in high school. He was a pain in the ass.
Well, okay, that one guy. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay,
That's the only Travis I've ever
understood.
met. That's the only Travis I've ever met.
I've known a number of Travises, and some were
Randy
nice.
Travis doesn't count. That's his last name.
I don't know Randy Travis, not personally. We have the same bank.
Oh yeah, you run into him there all the time?
Oh no, it's online. They've got his picture up. They're real proud of it.
You mean like how a deli puts like a picture of Jerry Seinfeld up?
They've just got a signed headshot of Randy Travis.
Randy Travis. Hey, let me
on
tell
their,
you
on their
something.
homepage.
I go to First Savings and Bank of Ventura County.
It's not even a testimonial. They just have his picture. Like a barber shop.
Like a barber shop. As you ask for the Randy Travis, like you open a bank account, what do you want? It's like, I want the Randy Travis.